what we're going to be looking at in this short video is how to calculate missing sides from shapes that are mathematically similar. Now, if one shape is mathematically similar, then it's usually an enlargement of another shape. The angles in the two similar shapes are going to be the same size, and the lengths of the corresponding sides are going to be in the same ratio. So that means everything's been enlarged by exactly the same amount. Here's an example that we'll be looking at where two shapes are mathematically similar. As we can see, the angles are the same in the corners, right? And because it's mentioned that it's mathematically similar, we're led to believe that every side has been increased by exactly the same ratio. These are the steps that we're going to be using. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is just select two corresponding sides that indicate a length measurement. As you saw in the example, the base sides were the same. Then we've got to find the scale factor. We do that by dividing the bigger length by the smaller length. And then depending on what the question is asking us, we use that scale factor either to find the larger side by multiplying the smaller side by the scale factor, or vice versa. So let's have a look at a question. So here's a typical exam question. We saw this earlier. So what we're going to look for, firstly, let's just put up the little things. So they're the instructions there, they're 3 steps that we were looking at before. First thing I need to do is to select two corresponding sides. So these are the two sides that I'm going to choose. Down the bottom there, 6 and 9. So what I need to do now there, it says divide the bigger one by the smaller one to work out the scale factor. So if we put the scale factor here, is going to equal 9 divided by 6, and that gives us an answer of 1.5. So the scale factor here of enlargement, if you like, from this shape to this shape is 1.5. Now the question asks us to calculate the length of BC, which is this length just along here. We have the corresponding length on the smaller shape of 8 centimetres. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to do 8 times the scale factor, which is 1.5, and that gives me a length of 12 centimetres. So now I can say that this top side is going to be 12 centimetres. In addition, I know it doesn't ask it in the question here, but because I know this side here of the larger shape, I can also calculate the length of FE on the smaller shape. Alright, and to find the smaller side, I just divide by the scale factor. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 7.5, which is the length of this side here, and I'm going to divide that by the scale factor of 1.5, and that gives me an answer of 5 centimetres. So the size of this side is 5 centimetres. Okay, hope that helps.